I'm Julia Piquet, and welcome to Motorsport Report. Here are today's top stories. Lewis Hamilton defeated Formula One title rival Sebastian Vettel in the Belgian Grand Prix, closing the gap in a championship to 7 points. The Mercedes driver managed a late safety car and a tire disadvantage to fend off Vettel with relative ease, as Daniel Ricciardo claimed a surprise third for Red Bull. His teammate Max Verstappen suffered an engine problem early on and stopped at the side of the track. Kimi Raikkonen failed to slow sufficiently under the yellow flags for Verstappen's car being recovered and had to serve a 10-second stop-and-go penalty. Force India duo Esteban Ocon and Sergio Perez had already clashed on the run to Eau Rouge on the opening lap, but came together again on lap 29 when Perez moved across and broke Ocon's front wing with his right rear tire, causing a puncture. For more on this Force India rivalry, I'm joined by our global editor-in-chief, Charles Bradley. Charles, this isn't the first time these guys have collided, is it?
No, they had a spat in Canada, they collided in Baku, and they touched the first corner at Hungary, and now this. When I cover GP2, I'd always have a pit wall pass, so stand and watch the F1 sessions from the old pits on the run to Eau Rouge, and it's mind-blowingly fast there. To go banging wheels with your teammates, not once but twice, is simply insane.
So, who was to blame?
Well, in both instances, I'd say Perez was the instigator and he held his hands up to the first one, but I think it was the second clash that was clearly avoidable. Of course, Ocon could have lifted off, but I'm amazed that a driver of Perez's experience thought he could keep him behind by squeezing him towards the concrete wall. It was a dumb move.
So what needs to happen now?
Force India needs to take a stern approach for them both, tell them it's totally unacceptable, and that they'll even bench one if this happens again. In my opinion, Perez should know better. Ocon is the rookie, he's got huge potential, but he has to be careful because he's a Mercedes junior. He's got a rival in Pascal Wehrlein, he's eagerly eyeing that drive up because he's likely out at Sauber next year, so this is high-stakes stuff.
Thank you, Charles. Behind the front runners, Nico Hülkenberg finished best of the rest for Renault with a quiet but excellent drive, while Grosjean and Felipe Massa took advantage of the messy race for others to claim 7th and 8th. Fernando Alonso ran as high as 7th, but gradually fell back down the order and eventually retired with an engine problem in his McLaren, a claim that Honda has since refuted. That's it for today's news. I'm Julia Piquet, and see you next time on Motorsport Report.